So it's really important to understand this, because a specific learning difficulty in maths is where there's some processing difficulties, so the way the brain thinks about number, that affect the acquisition of arithmetic and the other areas of maths. And often we see this co-occurring with things like other neurodivergent conditions like dyslexia or ADHD or dyspraxia, DCD, or DLD, developmental language disorder. But with dyscalculia, it's within that specific learning difficulty of maths bracket, but it's that pronounced and persistent difficulty. It's the child in your class who you've done the intervention with, that you've used the mastery approach, you've done every conceptual thing, and they're still really struggling. They just can't seem to grasp it. And it's particularly with numerical magnitude processing, which is a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? But numerical being numbers, magnitude being big and small, and processing being how we deal with those numbers. So it can present with age-related difficulties, and obviously it's a lifelong condition, so it's going to depend on whether you're looking at a 7-8-year-old or whether you're looking at an adult. But difficulty with naming, ordering, and comparing both physical quantities, so just looking at a pile of counters and thinking, well, which pile has more, or as an adult in the supermarket looking at bags of apples and going, oh, that bag has more and I need more for this week, things like that, actual items. But also comparing numbers, so being able to look, for a young child at 5 and 7, and knowing that even if I make the 7 teeny tiny and the 5 big, the 7 is still worth more. But with a adult, that might be decimals, for example, looking at the bank balance and knowing that if it says £157.28, that 0.28 is important to understand, that it isn't 17,528. So I think that was the right number I said. I had a working memory failure there. But it's comparing and ordering those numbers, and particularly in the terms of estimating, and kind of having that sense of number. And just like Deborah was saying at the beginning there, she has that good sense of number, but learners with dyscalculia don't. And that impacts things like place value greatly, but then it impacts all areas of maths, because if you don't have that grounding, that sense of number, it's really difficult.